boys and girls, welcome to another story at your favorite series, the Who's at the Door series. And as always, get seated with a book and a pen and join us now as we begin. Okay, so I wonder, have you ever seen a castle, there are many in Wales, or a really, really tall building? And if you have you, if you were asked to maybe break down this thick or massive wall, what would you use? A bulldozer, a cannon, I don't know, what would you use? A wrecking ball? Now, I'm going to tell you a story about a very huge wall in the Bible that fell down, came crashing down by something that you would not expect. So stay seated and listen attentively. So, a long time ago in the Bible, there were these people called the Israelites. And now, the Israelites were being led to a place called the Promised Land. God had given the Israelites a land, a beautiful land, which he had told them that they were going to eventually go to. And the leader of these people, the Israelites, was Joshua. Now, Joshua was going to take the Israelites to this lovely, lovely land where they can, enjoy themselves and be very happy with God. Now, as they were going to go, there was one problem. There was this thick, huge wall, this city called Jericho. Okay? And the wall was so huge and it was very high. They never knew how are they ever going to get through. So, Joshua went to God and God told him a plan. He told Joshua, don't go fighting the people of Jericho, but do something instead. So, what did God say they should do? He said that the priests should carry the Ark of the Covenant, which signified God's presence with them, and the people of the Israelites would go behind the priests, and the priests would blow their trumpets, while the people of Israel would go round this wall, this Jericho, the city. They would go round it. Now, they would not say anything, only the trumpets will be blown. And they should do this for 7 days, once each day. Now, this plan seemed weird. Why were they doing all this? Could God not just, use his power to break down this, mighty city, these tall walls? Why were they having to do all this? It seemed a bit strange. But they obeyed, because with God, sometimes God might tell us to do things that at first we might think, why not do this instead? Or would this not be better? But God has a purpose for why he tells us to do some things, and we just have to obey. So they obeyed. The priests, they took the ark, and some blew the trumpets, and the people of Israel were marching behind them, and they marched round this city, round these thick walls. Okay? And they did it each day. Day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6. Once each day, they marched round this great wall of Jericho. Okay? So, after they have done this now, they had done it for 6 days, okay? It came the 7th day. Now, God told Joshua now that the people of Israel should go round the walls of Jericho 7 times on the 7th day. Okay? So it's time to go 7 times on the 7th day. And as usual, they did not know why. They didn't understand why. God didn't tell them why. But they were going to obey still. Okay? So they did as God said. They went on the 7th day, not once, not twice, but 7 times. And also, this time, God said to tell the Israelites that they should not be quiet, but they should shout, because God had given them the city. So God was telling them to show a sign of faith, okay? And shouting that they were saying that the city was theirs. Now, imagine the people of Jericho inside. They probably were laughing at them, thinking they must be silly. What do they think they're doing? What do they think is going to happen? Okay? But the people did not care. They were doing what God had said. They were trusting in God. Okay? So they shouted, the trumpets were being blown, and they were going round on the 7th day 7 times, doing exactly what God had said. Okay? So they went once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times. They did not stop until the 7th time, when eventually, guess what happened? The walls of Jericho came crashing down. Yes, they fell down. Can you imagine what had happened? They had obeyed, and God had rewarded them for their obedience, okay? And the walls came crashing down. Now imagine the people of Jericho seeing these walls crashing down, before them. They probably thought, wow, so what they were doing, they were actually trusting in God, and God had not failed them yet. So the walls came crashing down, and eventually they could pass through, okay? Now, there's a verse in the Bible from Joshua 1 verse 9, which tells us that has God not commanded us to be strong, to be of good courage, to not be afraid, and to not be dismayed, okay? This verse is saying that when God gives us a command, when God tells us to do something, he's not telling us that we might get hurt. He's not telling us that something bad can happen to us. But God always has a plan, okay? Whatever it is that, might happen, God will bring us out triumphant. And as we have seen in that story, it might have been silly, it might have been strange, but God still brought the people of Israel triumphantly out of this situation. Now, you see, the story is in the Bible today. We talk about it even today after so many years, because through this strange act, God had done something amazing. God had done something beyond their thinking, okay? But because they practiced faith, okay, they showed great faith, okay? So now that's what we can learn from this story. In all the situations we face, to be strong and be of good courage. God will not leave us, nor will he forsake us, the Bible also says. He will be with us no matter what circumstance we see ourselves in. And it talks about obedience. Obedience. We need to listen when God speaks to us, when our parents speak to us. When we are given instructions, it is important that we listen. Why? So that we can be blessed, so that we can see amazing things happen. If the Israelites had not listened, they probably would have never gone through the walls of Jericho. Sometimes we might feel that we are very clever and, we can do things in a better way than the way God has said. But it's not about how clever we are. It's not about how great we might think, ideas we can give. But we need to be humble and we need to listen, because God does bless humility, and God also blesses people who are willing to do exactly what he says. Okay, boys and girls, so that's the story today. Make sure again to subscribe, give a like, and also share with your friends, share with your family, that they can also be blessed by these amazing stories at the Who's at the Door series. Bye now.